Now at 5:30, an off-duty Valley firefighter is dead after a shooting during a night out in Scottsdale. And police are still trying to piece together who was responsible for the attack. Liana Enriquez is live with the latest on the investigation. And Liana, I understand you've been in contact with the victim's family.
Yeah, I'm actually here at the family's home and just spoke with the childhood friends of Kyle Brayer. Kyle was 34 years old. He was a captain with Tempe Fire Department and a former Marine. His friends tell me that he was an adventurer and lived life for his family. They also said he lived life to the fullest, but it was a life that was cut tragically short today. About 2 a.m. this morning, police responded to a shooting in Scottsdale near the area of Civic Center Plaza in Stetson. According to police, Kyle was riding in the back of a golf cart when the driver of a red Scion started bumping into the back of that golf cart. When Kyle got off the golf cart, the driver then pulled out a gun and shot him in the head. Childhood friends of Kyle said he was a stand-up guy that lived life for the things he loved most.
Three things that he loved, first and foremost, was family. Family was everything. And second, he loved his country. Served in the Marine Corps, and he's very patriotic. And last would be the fire department. The fire department was a huge part of his life after the Marine Corps.
Now, Scottsdale police haven't confirmed if any suspects are in custody, but they did tell me that they are conducting some interviews. Coming up tonight, we'll hear more from Kyle's childhood friends about the life and legacy that he left behind. Reporting live, I'm Liana Enriquez for Arizona's Family.
Liana, thank you. Developing now, police have identified the motorcyclist killed in a crash last night near 7th Avenue in Bell. Juan Rodriguez Jr. collided with a bus that was backing out of a parking lot at Warner's Field Park. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. No word on whether anyone is going to be charged. And we have an update on another deadly crash involving a motorcycle. Phoenix police say a biker hit a pedestrian last night near 25th Street and Bell Road. That pedestrian died. The 57-year-old was crossing the street but was not in a crosswalk at the time. At this point, police have not released his name, and the motorcyclist is expected to be okay. A man in a stolen car ran from Tempe police this morning. It happened near Guadalupe and Hardy around 6:30 this morning. The driver then got into a crash with another car. That's when he ran off, but police were able to catch up to him. At this point, police haven't released his name. The other two people in the car were taken to the hospital, but they're expected to be okay. Super Bowl 52 is underway. The game kicked off just over an hour ago. Eagles fans are hoping today is the day their team will finally take home a Super Bowl trophy. But Philly has the work cut out for them, facing the powerful New England Patriots. The reigning champs are making their 10th Super Bowl appearance. Right now, the Eagles are leading the Patriots 15-3. Well, attendance at the Waste Management Phoenix Open is up once again this year. Organizers say nearly 720,000 people visited TPC Scottsdale over the last week. Today, they had more than 64,000 fans in attendance, pushing them over the previous weekly record. They also broke a single-day record yesterday with more than 216,000 fans. Final round wrapped up a little bit ago, and Tim Ring is there. He'll have full highlights coming up in sports. Of course, Ash, pretty toasty out there for people keeping hydrated with maybe some adult beverages.
Yes, hopefully they were drinking that water today and using the sunblock, because we were much warmer today than we were yesterday. We were in those 80s around the valley, and it's all thanks to this area of high pressure. You can see just how clear it kept our skies throughout the afternoon, and we're going to continue to see this as we head into the start of the week. So what can we expect for the rest of the evening? We'll drop to 73 by 7 p.m. Then we'll be in the upper 80s for 8 and 9 o'clock. And then we'll drop down to 65 degrees for 10 p.m. So a very mild evening. You can be outside and enjoy it. And that's pretty much the theme for most of the week, is to get outside and, enjoy everything that we have here in the valley. We'll take a look at what you can expect coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Ash, thank you. And new tonight, a serious crash in Phoenix shut down Central Avenue between Bethany Home Road and Maryland for part of the day. Witnesses say the car appeared to lose control and then crashed into a tree. 2 people were inside the car. Phoenix fires say both were rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Police on scene say the fire department had to use the jaws of life to get one of them out. Phoenix police are still investigating the cause of the crash.
The CSX was on the track that it was supposed to be on. But it appears that Amtrak was on the wrong track.
So anytime you have anything that happens like that, you would expect more fatalities, but God blessed us and we only had the 2. And then not that they were in any way diminished, because my goodness, they are very, very hard, very hard. We wish that we didn't have any fatalities.
Well, tonight, as you just heard, 2 people are dead after an Amtrak passenger train collided with a parked freight train in South Carolina this morning. More than 100 people were hurt in this crash. Chris Van Cleve reports from Columbia, South Carolina.
Early indications are Amtrak train 91 was traveling at about 59 miles per hour when it hit a freight train early this morning near Columbia, South Carolina. On board the New York to Miami train were nearly 150 passengers and crew. The 54-year-old engineer, Michael Kempf of Savannah, Georgia, and 36-year-old conductor Mike Sella of Orange Park, Florida, were both killed when the lead locomotive and some of the passenger cars derailed. Margaret Fisher is the Lexington County coroner.
We should have had a lot more casualties, but we didn't.
116 people were taken to area hospitals with a range of injuries.
The CSX was on the track that it was supposed to be on, and that appears to be a loading track.
The National Transportation Safety Board is now on scene to investigate the crash.
That switch was, as they say in the railroad industry, lined and locked, which basically means it was aligned for the trains coming down this way to be diverted into the siding.
Investigators remain here on the tracks. The NTSB was able to get its hands on the forward-facing camera inside the Amtrak locomotive. That video is being sent to Washington to be analyzed. Take a look at the train cars. You can see the force of this collision knocked them completely off the tracks. This is the 3rd fatal Amtrak crash that the NTSB has been investigating since December. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, West Columbia, South Carolina.
Ready to welcome home that champ.
Coming up next, what would you be doing at age 8? Well, this boxer is a champion. Still to come, we'll show you what he won and just how proud his family is. And politicians sound off about the controversial memo written by GOP staffers released Friday. Why the chairman of the House Oversight Committee says the infamous dossier and the Russia investigation are 2 separate issues.